Cold plunges and saunas are everywhere right now, especially the combo, hot first then cold. That's called contrast therapy. Quick note before we start. I'm going to keep this science-based. If you want to check sources, I'll put the key references in the description. So, here's the goal today. What contrast therapy does to your body, what it might help with, what the real risks are, and how to do it in a safe, reasonable way without the influencer extreme. First, let's talk about what's happening physically. When you are in a sauna, your body is dealing with heat. Your heart rate goes up, your blood vessels open wider, and you sweat to cool down. It can feel like a light cardio. When you get into cold water, your body does the opposite. The first seconds can trigger what's called a cold shock response, a quick gasp, faster breathing, and a sudden jump in heart rate and blood pressure. That's why the cold plunge feels intense right away, even if you are mentally ready. Now, why do people love this so much? Because a lot of people walk out feeling two things, awake and reset. And there's a reason for that. You are basically pushing your nervous system hard, then forcing it to calm down. That contrast can make you feel sharp and clear, almost like you hit a restart button. But let's be honest about benefits. Contrast therapy is not a miracle cure. It won't fix your life, but it can be useful in a few realistic ways. 1. Recovery and soreness. Cold water is commonly used after hard training because it can help some people feel less sore and recover faster, at least in how their body feels. It doesn't work the same for everyone, but that's one of the main reasons athletes do it. 2. Mood and stress. Some people feel calmer after cold exposure, others feel more energized. It's a strong stimulus, and for many people, it changes their state fast. Now the part people skip, risks. The biggest risk is not being uncomfortable. The biggest risk is what happens in the first moment of cold, when breathing and the heart get stressed at the same time. That's why going too extreme too early is when people get in trouble. And if someone has heart disease, rhythm issues, or uncontrolled high blood pressure, cold plunges can be risky. So here's the smart approach. Treat this like a tool, not a toughness test. If you are new, start simple. A safe beginner session looks like this. Start with the sauna. About 8 to 12 minutes, comfortable heat, not suffering. Then cold for 20 to 60 seconds. Short on purpose. Then rest for 2 to 3 minutes. If you feel good, you can do one more round. If you feel dizzy, numb, or your heart feels weird, stop. That's not weak. That's your body giving you a warning. A few safety rules that matter. Keep your head above water at first. Do not do it alone in the early weeks. And control your breathing, because breathing is what controls panic. Here's a simple breathing cue. Steady inhale, longer exhale. Long exhale helps your body downshift. Now timing. If your main goal is muscle growth, don't do a hard cold plunge immediately after lifting every time. Some research suggests it can reduce some of the signals your muscles use to adapt. If you lift, you might place cold plunges on separate days or later that day. If your main goal is recovery, like after intense cardio, a long run, or a really hard training day, cold can make more sense. So, what's the bottom line? Sauna plus cold plunge can help some people with soreness, recovery, and feeling mentally reset. But the value isn't more pain. The value is control. Start mild, stay consistent, and respect the first second of cold. That's where the risk is. If you want, I can make a part 2 that's purely practical. A simple routine you can screenshot. Beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Plus, how to adjust it based on your goal. Recovery, stress, or performance. Thanks for watching.